At Tomlinson Insurance, we've been protecting families, farms, and businesses since 1853. From auto, home, farm, life, or health, we tailor coverage that fits your world with multiple carriers to meet your insurance needs. Real people, real service, local agents who can answer the phone and care when it matters most. Tomlinson Insurance. Let our history be your future. Call or stop by today.
I am Ameryss Ware. Today we gather with great respect and gratitude to honor the brave men and women who have served our country. Veterans Day is a special time to remember their sacrifices, courage, and dedication to protecting our freedom. Let us take this moment to reflect on their incredible contributions and express our heartfelt thanks. Welcome to our Veterans Day Assembly. Thank you to Mr. Ruckle, Mr. Smith, and the Southeastern School Board for allowing us to continue this tradition.
Maldonado, and I am part of this year's Student Council. I will be presenting the history of Veterans Day. Veterans Day. On the 11th hour of the 11th day of the 11th month in 1918, an armistice was signed signifying a ceasefire between the combatants of World War I. While the war did not officially end until June 28, 1919, it is generally regarded that November 11, 1918 was the end of the war to end all wars. In 1919, President Woodrow Wilson proclaimed November 11th as Armistice Day. It wasn't until Congress passed a resolution in 1938 that Armistice Day became a national holiday. This day was given the name Armistice Day to recognize the agreement between the opposing sides to cease fire. The name was later changed in 1954 to Veterans Day under President Dwight D. Eisenhower to commemorate all veterans from all wars. Unlike Memorial Day, Veterans Day honors not only ones who have passed on, but the ones who are still living. To me, Veterans Day is more than just a day. It's a time to honor the ones who passed and spend time with the ones who are still here. Veterans will forever hold a special place in my heart. They've put themselves at stake for us to still be here and for our country's freedom. I will forever be grateful for those veterans, and they are truly amazing, brave individuals who deserve all the respect and kindness. For the veterans here today, I'd like to give you a big thank you and a big round of applause for your service and all things you've done. Thank you.
In honor of Veterans Day, I would like to share a bit of background information about the life of a former student here, who gave his life in the pursuit of freedom for all. Aaron Reed was a ray of sunshine to his community, and everyone who knew him says it was an honor. He was a joy to be around, and he was always able to bring you a laugh. He could light up a room with a smile alone. Reed was said to be wise beyond his years and unconditionally kind to all. He had a way of making everyone feel like his best friend. He could bring humor to any situation, no matter how dire. He dedicated every day to making others happy. If you needed anything, he would be there to help. He had planned to go on to be a writer. He kept a journal while on deployment and had planned to write a book about his experiences when he returned. He had a bright future ahead of him, but that's not what God had in his plans for him. Instead, he now lives on in the hearts of everyone who knew him. He gave his life as selflessly as he lived it, and his legacy continues to live on through the community. That's why the Student Council honored him with the Board of Education's approval by dedicating our courtyard in his namesake. He has given so much for all of us in our community, so this is our way of showing our appreciation to him. I would like to end this off with a quote from Aaron Reed that he wrote to my mother. He said, "Think of me when you're sad and know that I would have wanted you to smile." That was typical for Reed, always thinking about the happiness of others. Thank you to all the veterans for serving this great nation. Without you, freedom would not be possible.
Two days past 18, he was waiting for the bus in his army green. Down in the cafe there, gave his order to a girl with a bow in her hair. He's a little shy, so she gave him a smile, and he said, "Would you mind sitting down for a while and talking to me? Feeling a little low." She said, "I'm all feeling low, but I know where we can go." So they went down and they sat on the pier. Said, "I bet you got a boyfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Would you mind if I said one back here to you?" I cried, never got a hold of it, love another guy too young. They told her, waiting for your love, I'm a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be. Better say the soldier's So letters came from an army camp in California and Damn, and he told her of his heart might be love and all of it means. So scared, said when it's getting kinda rough on me. Think of that day sitting down at the pier and I close my eyes, see your pretty smile. Don't worry, we'll be able to wait for a while. I cried, never got a hold of it, love another guy too young. They told her, waiting for a love, I'm a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be.
veterans, tell us what branch they're in, for how long, and give us a little bit of information about them.
Don Richards, 21 years United States Army, retired from Chillicothe and came back.
Jeff Davis. I did 10.5 years in the Army as a medic. Went to Afghanistan twice. Don's my father-in-law. My mother-in-law is Mrs. Richards, who some of you had as a teacher in 2nd grade. My sister-in-law is Avery Hartshorn, who graduated here from Southeastern just a few years ago and is in the Air Force. And all 3 of my kids, Jack, Jonah, and Caroline, go to school here.
Dan Steinbrook, U.S. Army, 1st Armored Division, 2nd Armored Division, 4th Armored Division in Germany, 237th Armored Battalion, 16 years.
I'm Luke Jones' dad. 22 years Air Force, retired last year.
I'm Walt Brown, and I served in the Army in 1st Cav in Vietnam.
My name is Dave Clemens. I'm a 1966 graduate of Southeastern High School. I served in the United States Army Reserve during the Vietnam era, 67 to 73. And I want to take this time to thank everyone here for inviting us out today and showing that we haven't forgot our veterans. And thank you students too for your attention, and appreciate all that this school does. Some of you might recognize me. I'm usually here in the month of May on the National Veterans Awareness Drive. We use the initials NDAR, that's what that stands for. So, and it's always a great pleasure to be here at that time of year too, going into Memorial Day weekend. Today is Veterans Day to honor all veterans, and I can't say enough about this school for what they do for our veterans and recognizing and helping others to never forget. Is the 2 words, never forget. Freedom is not free.
Mike Clymer, I graduated here in '68. Before I say anything, if you're going to graduate, you don't know what you want to do, go to talk to your recruiter. One of your 3 or 4 or 5 recruiters, you never see anybody say, man, I wish I'd never joined the armed forces. It just doesn't get any better to get you on the right trail. 55 years ago, I graduated, joined the Air Force under the agreement that I'd be a photo interpretation. Well, if you do anything with the government, we sure get it done writing, and they made me a weapons specialist. And we loaded conventional weapons, every conventional weapon in the U.S. arsenal in Vietnam and Thailand, mostly Thailand. And then I came back, I went to Germany, loaded nuclear weapons in Bonn, Germany for the NATO requirements. Came back to the United States, went to Massachusetts, Missouri, and Arkansas, loaded nuclear weapons on B-52s. And that's the end of my story.
My name is Roger Rosenthal. I was in the U.S. Navy, 1968 to 1972. Worked for about 2 years with the Apollo Recovery Program. I think I didn't do 11, but we did 12, 13, 14, 15 while I was in. It was good duty, but but I just did it for a little over 2 years, and then the last 2 years I was on a destroyer escort, brand new ship out of Seattle, and we did a quick shakedown cruise from San Diego to as far down as Lima, Peru. We made some intermediate stops, kind of showing the flag, and very interesting experience to be in the military. I definitely think if anybody wants to have themselves put in the right frame of mind, the military will help you get there. And that's all I have to say about that.
Hi, I'm Hartmus. We have refreshments for any veteran and their guests that would like to stay. Thank you to everyone who came today, and thank you veterans for your service. Students, you can now be released to 8th period.